streets of Monte Carlo are ready as the drivers now prepare for 78 laps around this historic track.
Monaco can hand out unpredictable results, just like in 1982, when 4 race leaders hit trouble. Riccardo Patrese eventually claimed the win after managing to restart his stalled car by himself with a downhill bump start.
Monaco is famous for its many narrow twists and corners. From the brake-heavy La Rascasse to the treacherous Sand of Ott, there are no proper straights to speak of, and it's extremely hard to overtake here. It sounds like simple advice, but getting up as high on that starting grid as possible is the best plan of attack. Race day has arrived, and the time has almost come for these drivers to fight it out, wheel to wheel.
All right. That was your introduction to the Monaco Grand Prix. We are going to be starting in 17th place with Raven Aerosmith. No, that's not right. Race starting grid. Well, this is just not accurate at all. Yeah, this is okay. I don't know what this is doing. Oh, it's driver number. Okay. Fine. So Riccardo does have a penalty, but Raven is going to be starting in 18th place. 18th place. Riccardo, in theory, should start 20th, but will have a grid penalty, but I don't know what grid penalty it is. Fine. So, let's go from here. So, Riccardo is 20th, and Aerosmith is 18th. Fine. So it's 22nd for Riccardo, and 18th for Aerosmith. So yeah, okay. I'm going to underfuel our cars by 2 laps. So both cars are now underfueled. Not hot about the idea of doing a 2-stop. Yeah, I'm not hot about the idea of doing a 2-stop. We might start Riccardo on the hards because he is... Yeah. Riccardo is... He's last anyway. So if we start on the hards, that gives us the flexibility if there is any early or mid-stage safety cars. That we can do a little sun, you know, do a little something. See how we go. So let's start on the hards and do the 1-stop strategy. Aerosmith is clearly not quite as good on the tire, so let's just have a look at this. So this is a 3510. So Aerosmith. Oh. Okay. Apparently the 2-stop. What happens if we do that with Riccardo? Let's try strategy E. Let's start on soft. Let's try this with Riccardo. So a 3510 is what it is that we're working with. So 35-0? Yeah, okay. This has got potential. This has definitely got potential. Okay, so a 34.55. So 34.55 or... Okay, doesn't really matter, does it? Yeah, okay, it doesn't really seem to matter. Okay, fine. Fine, that works for me. So the 2-stop potentially shaves 10 seconds from this, which is pretty good going. Okay, so that will mean 1 pit stop on lap 22, and another so we're soft, hard lap 48, mediums. Okay, this is a new strategy for Daniel Ricciardo, and all of the other ones are quite considerably slower than this. So yeah, all right, that's a good strat there. I think we might change about Raven's strategy. So I don't want both cars coming in on this same lap. So this works. So Raven is going to start on the softs, and we are going to give her lap 23 for the hards, and lap 50 for the mediums. And that's slightly slower than Ricciardo, but yeah, fine. Okay, good. Okay, that is our strategy. Let's make sure that we are starting on a clean set of softs, which we are. We absolutely are. Okay, in terms of the driver options, our initial pace, fuel usage, and ERS. So we're gonna give it some strong welly to start with. See what positions we can't make up, and then we will scale it back. Okay, setup's done. It is time to begin the Monaco Grand Prix.
Well, it's great to have you with us, folks, as we settle in for the weekend's Grand Prix action. If Pierre Gasly's feeling the pressure, he's certainly not showing it.
Oh look, nothing!
The points are a long way off. Can they get a good start here and push for a respectable finish?
Dang,
But
man's
just
got a
what
fluffy
will happen
beard.
Here, your guess is as good as mine.
Here we go!
It's time for one of the most exciting races in the world.
3 lights,
This
4
is the
lights,
Monaco
5
Grand Prix.
lights. Oh, and there's no hold. We are going. We are going. Holy heck.
So now we prepare for a good defense.
Oh, 3 wide into the first corner. My God. What a start to the Monaco Grand Prix. And has Ricciardo just done 2 positions? He has. Ricciardo's done 2 positions in the opening corner of the Monaco Grand Prix to get himself into 20th place. It's a different story for Aerosmith, unfortunately, who has lost 1 position to take 19. However, she is fighting side by side with Zhao, it looks like. And it is it is a parking lot here in the first part of Monaco. Such a tight and twisty track. And these Formula 1 cars are really, really wide. You know, a lot of it might surprise you quite how. Oh, hello! Somebody's pulled off at the bottom of the the tunnel. Can they get going again? We are not sure. It's Magnussen. He has absolutely scubbied it
And
up.
if we watch Magnussen, nothing wrong so far.
So on leaving the tunnel, he just cannot get it stopped.
They were just unable to do much about it.
Unfortunate. Poor Magnussen. So, yeah, the race is off to a pretty good start for us. And now we need to be careful of these tires. So we're going to drop our fuel usage back and we are going to drop our tire usage back. We've gained our advantages. Aerosmith, so we've been given a free position. So Aerosmith has effectively, by re-overtaking Zhao, and then Magnussen's lockup, we've now got Aerosmith up into 17th place, gaining 1 position on the start, and Ricardo in 19th place has gained 3. So yeah, good start for Ricardo. And now we are going to settle into this race. There's just the one DRS zone here at Monaco, and it is the start-finish straight. Yeah. Cool. So we'll watch how our strategy evolves. I'm quite surprised that there's only a 33% chance of safety car here in Monaco. That doesn't seem right to me, but you know what? Game says it's right. It's probably right. Cool. So we've got a really tight pack here. Aerosmith is fighting off against a good gaggle of people. We've got Lance Stroll right in front of us, who's got Juan Manuel Carrera right in front of him. And Zhao is not putting the pressure on Aerosmith, which leaves Aerosmith free to hopefully put some pressure onto Lance Stroll. Aerosmith does have the softer tyres, and their race isn't quite the same, so I would ideally like to see Aerosmith try and get past, although we are starting to thread out a little bit. However, this battle between Juan Manuel Carrera and Lance Stroll, yeah, might allow some kind of opportunity for Aerosmith, but the race is still young. Okay, we finally ran out of ERS 4 laps in. Okay, let's take stock of this race. We have Verstappen in the lead of this race, who's managed to pull out 2 seconds on Charles Leclerc, who is himself 2 seconds adrift from Perez. Norris is 1 second behind, with Piastri right behind him. Carlos Sainz is chasing down the 2 McLarens.
Okay,
Russell is 3...
Okay, so
Ooh, hello. Wait, how did this happen? So this is Ricardo. Oh, okay. So Zhao was going for the left, he was going for the right, he was going for the weave, and Daniel Ricciardo just sailed past. Very nice. Nice. Alright. So now once again we have Hibble F1 1718. I was about to say 1 and 2. That's a bit of wishful thinking, I think. I wonder if we can maybe grab some more interesting screenshots of our cars. Oh yes, look at that. The Hibble F1 1718. Yeah! Very good. Aerosmith is still within half a second of of Lance Stroll in front of her, so she might still make something happen when we get round to the start-finish straight. 1 second is what the gap needs to be, and the only DRS zone is the start-finish straight. So you can see Aerosmith's DRS is now open, but we are... Oh, yeah, okay, so she got a bad run out of that corner, unfortunately. We can still use the DRS to try and close up, but it is very, very short DRS zone, courtesy of how short this this track is. And unfortunately, Stroll got a really good run onto that start-finish straight, as well as the DRS of his own. And yeah, left Aerosmith in the dust. That is unfortunate. So, where do we get to? Alonso is hunting down George Russell like nobody's business. And Hamilton is 1 second off the pace behind Tsunoda is 2.5 seconds behind, with Albon a second off the pace, as in Hulkenberg, as is Bottas, as is Sargent. Then we've got a battle again with Juan Manuel Carrera, who's chasing down Logan Sargent. And Juan Manuel Carrera is himself being chased down by Lance Stroll, is himself being chased down by Raven Aerosmith. And then Ricciardo is 1 second off the pace of Aerosmith, with Zhou, Ocon, Gasly, and Magnussen behind. That's how the race order is shaping up just now. Well, our drivers rather than Magnussen. Things are starting to close up slowly. Very slowly. So fuel use is 1.1 kilograms a lap. So when we get to lap 10 for our drivers, we are very much going to have to start evaluating our fuel recovery. Because I would ideally need it to be... So let's say we started at 2.6. Okay, so fuel recovery for us needs to be 0.4 kilograms every 10 laps is what we're going for at the minute. We'll need to see what our fuel recovery is, but we will wait until we have a good landmark for it. Actually, we're just starting a lap just now. So lap 8 we are minus 2.3. So when we get to lap 18, we need to assess what our fuel recovery is. Oh god, our drivers are absolutely side by side.
Honestly, I don't think we can do much more.
That's your teammate, Ricardo. Alright, no team orders in this team, no. This should be interesting. This should be very interesting. That's such an iconic Monaco view, isn't it? Like 20 miles an hour turning zone. Trying to see if there's any other interesting battles on the go. Alonso and Hamilton are going at it for 8th place. Ooh, let's see if Hamilton get a good run. So Alonso got a relatively good launch out of the corner, but Hamilton's got the DRS closing right up, but he can't do anything with it. But it has allowed Hamilton to get right on the tail of Alonso. He tries to go down one side, but Alonso blocks it off. And Hamilton has no choice but to follow as the course starts to tighten up. Yeah, no chance of an overtake from they two. Meanwhile, Stroll has got past Juan Manuel Carrera. So it seems Carrera was holding up Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll is in a fairly fast car, potentially. given that Alonso is in 8th place fighting off Lewis Hamilton. And because of that, that's probably been what opened up that gap. Aerosmith will catch up, but it will probably take a little bit of time. Give me a second, folks. Alrighty. We are back, and Aerosmith is not really gaining too much on Juan Manuel Carrera, but she is really having to fight off hard from Daniel Ricciardo, who's trying to regain his position in the number one's feet. He is car number one, but he has definitely not been our number one driver for a little while, what with all of the DNFs.
Zhou coming now. Zhou is 1.0 behind now.
Oh god, they are side by side. Oh, they fighting. They are fighting hard.
So far, so good.
Yeah, both our drivers are fighting really hard for their positions here. Look at that. Beautiful Monaco angle. Alexander Albon has developed a fault. Let's see what it is.
It feels like a ton of power.
Powertrain issue. Oof. That's not good for Albon. Anyway, this fighting between Aerosmith and Ricciardo is not good. It is allowing Juan Manuel Carrera to escape Aerosmith's clutches. Even having the softer tire versus Carrera's hard. Yeah, Aerosmith is not gaining and is actually very slowly dropping back. Ricciardo either needs to complete this this overtake, or he needs to just second not. I might have to change the stinting here because Aerosmith is using her tires more than Ricciardo is, and she is due to stop one lap later than Ricciardo, not before. So I might have to swap them around. I might have to let Ricciardo pit on 23 and Aerosmith on 22. We'll see how that progresses. Ricciardo feels like was right on the tail. Third place is opened up into a three-way battle with Lando Norris hunting down Sergio Perez. Oscar Piastri is about a second off the pace. Oh, and it's getting closer. Oh, getting too juicy. Yes. They go. Oh, they're going for it. They are squabbling. They are absolutely squabbling up at the podium, the penultimate podium place. Yeah, dang. Unfortunately, Lando Norris can't make anything of it, and they continue as they were, with Perez in 3rd place and Lando Norris in 4th. Oscar Piastri has caught back up. He's caught in the fight, and he's bringing Carlos Sainz up with him. The other interesting battle going on is Bottas v Hulkenberg. Bottas half a second off the pace, trying to close in. And yeah, Ricciardo is once again nose to tail with Aerosmith. Good grief, what a battle this is. In terms of the leading interval, the lap time is 1¼ minutes, and the gap now is 3/4 of a minute. So I would assume we are going to be lapped at around about lap 25. I think we are going to get lapped, which potentially means we are going to be lapped twice. Potentially. So we're just showing some quick maths at the problem. Ricciardo has dropped back a little bit. It looks like he is just going to have the DRS. And Zhu has DRS as well. This might open up the gap for Aerosmith to get away. It remains to be seen if she is going to be, like, with no pressure from Daniel Ricciardo, if she is going to be able to try and catch up to Juan Manuel Carrera. Aerosmith, I think she is better at, like, finding her feet later into the race. But yeah, we'll have to see if that is the case. We'll have to see. Them Formula 1 cars. It is a proper 3-way battle for 17th place, so it's going to be jobs on for Aerosmith trying to keep her P17 position. Remember, both our cars have to get 18th place or above in order to get our cash prize as a team. Okay, we've done some good recharging. Let's let Aerosmith deploy. Let's try and see if we can't use our ERS to gain a little tickle of an advantage over Ricciardo. And we're just artificially using... We're using car mechanics to give us that little bit of an advantage. So we will see how that goes with Aerosmith's ERS use. At the moment, she doesn't really seem to be breaking away. Ricciardo is staying with her. There is going to be a bit of a toll going on. So obviously ERS is using electric energy to oomph. DRS is using rear wing flap to reduce drag on the car and give the car some oomph. But there is also the toll, which is not mechanical in nature. It is purely kind of aerodynamical. And as the cars cut through the air, it displaces that air and allows the cars to catch up. If they're close enough. Is they're close enough. This is the same principle of how, like things like NASCAR work, basically. They are interested. They've got a very interesting aerodynamic profile, NASCAR cars, because mostly when you talk about the tow, you are talking about the car in front punches a hole in the air, and then it will slowly refill, but it does take about a second. So if you're within a second, then you get less drag, which allows you to carry more speed because of the reduced drag. NASCAR, however, their cars on ovals travel so close that not only does the car behind get that drag reduction, but because the car behind is also pushing what air is started to refill, that actually has a knock-on effect in the car in front. So actually, by being so close together in NASCAR, both the car behind and the car at front get aerodynamic advantages. And by burning through the ERS as we have done, we have allowed Aerosmith to drop Ricardo by 2.5 seconds. She's barely caught up to Juan Manuel Carrera though, which is a bit not ideal. Okay, we're going to go for neutral ERS use. That is going to allow this to slowly build up, and we'll see if Ricardo does catch up. But Aerosmith is now no longer under pressure, which is fine. Her confidence is pretty much so-so because we're not attacking, we're not really defending. Ricardo's confidence is high because his baseline confidence is just so much more than Aerosmith's. I think we are definitely going to do this strategy of getting our drivers swapped around in terms of the pit stop. So we are going to bring Aerosmith in on lap 22 instead of lap 23 to go onto the hards, and Ricardo is going to take the later pit stop. That is going to be my tactical decision. Purely because Aerosmith has less wiggle room in her tyres than Ricardo. Ricardo is slightly better on tyre conservation than Aerosmith is. Magnussen is the first one in the pits. So he is coming in for some new Robert. And it's a hard he goes onto, and they are out of the pit lane. Nice clean stop for Magnussen. Okay, so we were on lap 18, just gone into 19, so we've missed this by half a lap. But we are conservatively on minus 2.1. So we are deltaing at 0.2 kilograms of fuel per lap. So, as a fuel table, we won lap 70 to be 0. Lap 60 to be minus 0.2. 50 minus 0.4. 40 to 0.6. 30 to 0.8. And
Okay.
20 to minus 1. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna have to embark on some tire conservation. Methinks. Oh, Albon's mechanical fault has worsened. Oh god. What has happened to Albon?
I think we have an issue with the car at the low speeds.
So that is the powertrain issue is worsening. So this might be another free position for us. We shall see. Oh, this is risky for Ricardo. Zhao is caught right up to the back of him. Let's deploy this
Can
ERS.
press overtake where possible to discharge the battery a little bit.
Okay, understood.
Okay, let's do some strategy editing. So Aerosmith, we're going to change you down by 1 lap and 1 lap. So 22 and 49. And Ricardo, your strategy is going to be amended. So you're going to be 23. And 50. Okay, so Ricardo is 23 and 50. 22.49 for Aerosmith. So good, we have no driver conflicts. Yeah. Okay, no driver conflicts in terms of pit stops at the
Let's get
moment. So both
Okay.
Aerosmith and Ricardo are in their pit windows. The leaders are currently on, they have just started lap 21. Remember, we predict lap 25 is when the back markers that haven't pitted are going to be lapped. So we're just about there. So yeah, Gasly is 21 and Verstappen. Yeah, okay, so I'm pretty much right on the money with my quick maths. I'd make a good Formula 1 team engineer, I think. Terrifying prospect. Yeah, okay, our tires are about in the worst of the field, so I think Team Hibble, or Hibble F1 more correctly, is definitely going to be the next ones to pit. So we're going to finish this lap, and the end of lap 42 is going to be Aerosmith's pit. God, Ricardo is caught right up to the back of her with that ERS. That is crazy. Let's just burn what we have. And then this. No, so this is us going into lap 20. Yeah, okay, so this is our cars going into lap 21. So at the end of the next lap is when our drivers are going to pit, and they are neck and neck already. Jesus Christ, Ricardo shot right up to the back of Aerosmith. God, that is crazy. Okay, they both have ERS advantage, although Ricardo has more of it. And it's game on between Team Hibble F1. Good grief. Zhao is just dropping back. Ocon has overtaken him and is right on the tail.
Keep looking after your tires. You did a very good job.
But yeah, at the end of this lap, Aerosmith is going to come on in.
And that's Ocon directly behind you.
So I think we can start to burn these tires. So let's call it attack, attack, attack. I'm slightly worried about our fuel use, although the only thing that is stopping me from doing it at the minute is the fact that we are probably going to get lapped during the pit stops. Oh, Ricardo's going for an overtake. My boy! He's going for it. He is well and truly going for it. He is going for it. He's going for it, and he has gone for it. A clean overtake. And we are going to come in to pit for these hard tires for Raven Aerosmith. So let's just burn what we've got. And Ricardo, I think, can probably do a couple of laps of burn as well.
Keep pushing.
So yeah, let's use what we've got. Absolutely tear these tires. Let's get into the pit lane, get some new rubber on, and see how this race is going to progress for us. So we'll keep an eye on Aerosmith. Oh, well, that camera angle change was shit. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on Aerosmith because we really want to see how her pit stop goes. Our team is not necessarily the best at them our pit stops, so this could be quite interesting. So Aerosmith is in the pit lane. And Ocon ran wide. That is going to.
Here's the replay.
That's always a risky thing in
But they need to be
Monaco.
watching those track limits. Well,
Yeah.
hopefully not a sign of things to come.
Dangerous track limits. Okay, here we go. Open pit stop options. So Ricardo's going to go into the hard tire this lap. Oh, look at that. Look at that schmexy automobile. Okay, here's a pit stop. Can we... Ooh, a 2.5 second stop. That is good for Hibble F1. That is actually really good for Hibble F1. That is not too bad. And we are now lapped. So, our fuel usage, 1.1 kilograms per lap. Okay. So let's just remake this table. So 70, 60, 50, 40, 30. Don't have to bother with. Well, actually, I guess we can do 20. Not 0.6, not 0.8, and 1. So minus 1.1, 1.3, 1.5, 1.6.
Daniel pit lane.
1.7, 1.9, and 2.1 for one lap down. Ricardo is now in the pit lane. Let's see how things go with this. Let's burn these tires just a little bit more. Oh, that is not a good stop. Ugh, that is not a good stop.
Reaction time and no full throttle before pit exit.
Yeah, that is not a good stop. So both of our cars have now been lapped. So we're going to attack until we get our tires up to temperature. And yeah, both of our cars are now a lap down and right on lap 25. Perfection. So Ricardo still comes ahead of Aerosmith, but Aerosmith has gotten past Gasly. And he just runs a little bit wide and she just squeezes down the inside. A perfect little maneuver from Raven and Aerosmith to get into 20th place. So we have Ricardo in 19th and Aerosmith in 20th. Remember, we have stopped, whereas most of these cars have not. Hamilton is now in the pit lane and now out of the pit lane onto hard tires. So yeah, let's not be too worried about these positions because things are a little bit different. So we're now one lap down, with the probability that we will finish 2 or 3 laps down. So let's start drawing up the charts. So 2.4, 2.6, 2.8, 3.0. And 3.2. So currently, for being one lap down, we are aiming for minus 1.9 kilograms by lap 30. So we can get rid of the 20. So yeah, 1.9 kilograms for lap 30. So 1.9 is our ballpark, so we can keep our engine use the same as it is. Tires are very much up to temperature now, so we can drop back to aggressive. And we are going to top up our ERS for both cars. And wait for these tires to get up to temperature.
Charge on.
Understood.
Hulkenberg is in the pit. He is just coming out of the pit. Will our drivers have an opportunity to overtake him? So Ocon has gone past. Will Ricardo make it past? No. Oh, yes. Yes, yes. Oh, no, wait, that's Ferrari. Yeah, okay, so no. Hulkenberg comes out 13 seconds in front of Ricardo. That is a bit too loud. And Stroll has developed a mechanical fault. That is interesting. So we are starting to see quite a number of pit stops. So Verstappen has been in the pits for hard tires, as is Hamilton. Hulkenberg has pitted for soft tires, and Ricardo and Aerosmith have both pitted for hards. Magnussen and Zhao have also pitted for hards. So among the pitters, we are racing Hulkenberg. We're not racing Gasly. What are we for? So for 22 seconds, we might just be racing Ocon. It's going to be tight for Ocon, I think. And yeah, when Gasly pits, he's gonna be out of the picture. Okay, Ricardo's temperatures are up to tire.
And try to cool down the tires while you can. It's slightly coming up.
Let's try that sentence again.
Understood.
Ricardo's tires are up to temperature. So let's scale back the aggressiveness from hard push to push. We are not yet at lap 30, and our target is 1.9. So let's just give a little bit of
No more
welly.
lift-off required.
Our drivers are right together again, and now it is the other way around. Aerosmith is desperately trying to get past Daniel Ricciardo. We'll see how that goes. Ah, okay. Well, that was short-lived. We've just ticked over into the 1.9.
We do need a little bit of lift-off for the fuel.
Okay, understood.
Fine, so let's scale the engine use back. And yeah, so our drivers are once again racing for position. We will see if Aerosmith can make it past. Juan Manuel Carrera is in the pits. It is a pretty tasty pit stop for Juan Manuel Carrera. And he comes out in the lapped position. And he is 3 seconds in front of Ricciardo, down to 2 seconds. Ricciardo is gaining hard. So this might hopefully become a little bit of a fight. So from here, Hulkenberg has pit. Yeah, he has. 10, 14, 19. Okay. So Sargent and Ocon, when they come in for their pit stops, we are going to be in their race. We are racing Carrera. Oh, Sargent's coming in for his pit, so this is going to be, he is right on the fringes. Ricciardo is probably going to be nose to tail with him when he comes out. So let's see how this goes for Logan Sargent. He's coming into his pit lane. He's got the stop. The mediums are on, and he is leaving the pit lane. He is going to be well in front of us, I reckon. But on the big hill climbing out of the first corner, we might be able to catch him up. So Carrera has already overtaken him. Ricciardo. Ooh. Okay, so Ricciardo's 2 seconds behind. Fine. Fine. Ocon, when he comes into pit, I think is probably going to come out behind us. But yeah, what we need to do is try and catch up to Logan Sargent. So let's do this.
You've got everything. Press on hold available.
Understood.
Let's try and get out. So we're now at lap 30. So our target of 1.9 has been met. So Ricciardo, push on fuel a little bit. We're going to go back to 1.9 for both cars.
Okay.
So we want to try and close down this distance to Logan Sargent, and hopefully, oh, that isn't going to help things for Sargent.
This is Logan Sargent. And wide they go, leaving the
cut
racing
the corner.
line. And you really can't do that too often with these cars.
That's unfortunate. Okay, so Ricciardo is desperately trying to catch up to Logan Sargent. We are now within 1 second. We're going to try and give Ricciardo just a little bit of a welly to hopefully get past. Our tires on Aerosmith are overheating quite a fair bit, but we're not dipping below the usage line, which is fine. Oh, and it is a big gang. It is a big gang of Ocon, Juan Manuel Carrera, Logan Sargent, Ricciardo, and hopefully Aerosmith can catch up to this. What an impressive little battle we have the potential to develop ourselves into. We're going to come off
Give
the
us more
fuel
lift off,
use,
please.
and we're going to conserve for
Okay.
10 laps. But Ricciardo is still pushing on the ERS, hopefully going to try and get past Logan Sargent. We have the Ferrari of Carlos Sainz leading this train. And yeah, we need to hold on to the back of Logan Sargent. We are so close to the back of them, so close. We are going to have DRS. Both Stroll and Bottas are in the pit lanes. They, I think, are too far ahead of us, but Ocon is going to be our fight
Okay,
when they come out.
understood.
There's been a crash. I think there's been a crash. I think. Oh no, Albon's issues have proven terminal. Oh
Right,
yeah,
exits.
that's smoke.
Stopping.
Oh no. So Albon is a wounded bird. And meanwhile, Ricciardo has gone past Logan Sargent. Amazing. The question is Albon going to be able to make it back to the pit, or are we going to
Okay,
have
good
a
job.
safety car?
And in front of you is Bottas.
That is going to be the main thing. Let's see
take
how
a
it
look at the
happened.
replay. And we're watching Daniel Ricciardo.
Oh,
The gap
beautiful,
opens
beautiful.
up for
Down
them.
the inside. This is Hibble F1's corner at Monaco. Ah, beautiful.
And up they go to 17.
Nice, nice, nice. So I was mistaken. Bottas has come out right in front of us. So they are indeed in our race. So let us see if we can make anything of this. And Albon, it looks like, is making it back to the pit lane, thankfully. Ricciardo is right on the tail of Aerosmith and Ricciardo is right on the tail of Bottas. And for Aerosmith, we are going to tell her to deploy, deploy, deploy. Let's get that ERS used and let's go for these positions. So the 11th place runner of Alexander Albon has retired, and unfortunately Lance Stroll's issues seem to be worsening.
It looks like they've developed a fault.
Okay, we don't know what the nature of their fault is, but their fault has got worse, so that is very concerning for Lance Stroll. So we get a free place here. Let's see if we can do anything with this. And unfortunately already Ricciardo has kind of dropped off the pace of Bottas. The fight between Bottas and Ocon has swapped about, however. No, not Bottas and Ocon. Juan Manuel Carrera and Ocon. Ocon, with his older tyres, has been overtaken by Juan Manuel Carrera, who's now leading this absolutely stunning freight train around the streets of Monaco. And I think as we start getting close to the halfway point, it's probably a good time for us to take stock of this race. So without having pitted, Charles Leclerc is in the lead of this race, followed by Lando Norris, who has not pitted. Max Verstappen is in third, along with Perez, who has also not pitted. Carlos Sainz has just come out of the pits in 5th place, followed by Alonso, Piastri, Tsunoda, Russell, Lewis Hamilton, Hülkenberg, Stroll, and Juan Manuel Carrera, who are not in any particular fights of their own. Esteban Ocon is in 14th place, who is leading an absolute freight train of Valtteri Bottas, Daniel Ricciardo, and we're going to stop there because Bottas is going right the outside on DRS into the first corner, and he has done it on the DRS. That is huge. Ocon's tyres are absolutely giving up the ghost. So Bottas now assumes the 14th position and the lead of this freight train, with Ocon in 15th, Ricciardo desperately catching him up, Logan Sargent desperately hunting him down, Raven Aerosmith in 18th place, hunting down Sargent, Magnussen is 9 seconds off of the pace, but he is in a battle with Zhao, and Gasly is in last place, 20 seconds off of the pace. Let's keep an eye on Ricciardo. So if we can get past Ocon before he pits on his hard tyres, then this is going to be monumental. Our tyres have almost twice the life of Ocon's. So if we can get past here, this could potentially be huge. we're probably not going to be able to do it in this like twice. What is up with my brain's word selection today? This tight, twisty final section of Monaco. But now as we come to the start-finish straight, Ricardo has the DRS. Ocon is pulling away slightly. Sargent is following. And we can't do anything in the DRS zone. Can we do anything in Ricardo's favourite point? He's positioning himself. And he's going for the inside once again. This is the Hibble F1 corner, and Ricardo gets 15th place from Esteban Ocon on his wounded tires. What a fantastic overtake! It's now down to Aerosmith to see if she can't gain some positions. Let's watch the replay, see how that happened.
Right, so this was the 4th corner. There's the
Oh,
opening.
down the inside. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful.
And Daniel Ricciardo moves up the field.
Very nice. So, Ricciardo is now going to try and pull out a gap from Ocon and chase down Valtteri Bottas. And we are going to follow Raven Aerosmith. And we are basically going to try and see if we can. If she can achieve the overtake on Logan Sargent. So this is going to be quite challenging because Logan Sargent does have newer and softer tires, so it's probably not going to happen. But we are going to battle with Ocon, so fingers crossed that Sargent can get past Ocon very easily, which he does, using the DRS across the start-finish line. Sargent moves ahead of Ocon, which will free Aerosmith with her fresher tires to chase down Ocon and hopefully get past for 17th place. Unfortunately, that was a very clean pass for Logan Sargent, which unfortunately means he is free with his newer and softer tires to start chasing down Daniel Ricciardo. So here's hoping that we can do something with this. But yeah, this might be a bit of a race management kind of thing. So we are aiming for 0.17 with the tires. I think at lap 50 we are probably going to get lapped again. Oh, and Aerosmith gets past Ocon. Happened so quickly, I didn't even see it happen. Let's see how it went.
We're watching the action closely here.
Ooh.
The opportunity's there.
The walls, Raven, the
Overtake is
walls!
made.
She gets past in really good order. Fantastic work from Raven Aerosmith to move herself up into 17th place. Oh, but Ocon down the inside comes past, and now we've got the blue flags. This is so unfortunate because Ocon has the DRS, Aerosmith doesn't. And the blue flags we had to get out of the way. That cost Aerosmith the position. And it also hands a pretty good advantage, a half-second advantage to Esteban Ocon. He is going to lose it because of the unfortunate state of his tires, which are pretty train-wrecky. But yeah, that was good hard racing. Yeah, we're gonna let's keep an eye on Aerosmith. So we want to see if she can close down this gap. So through the tunnel we go. We've got a good tow, good high-speed tow. That gap's coming right down. Are we going to do it on the inside? We are! God dang, those walls are so scarily close. That is terrifying. But Aerosmith has achieved the overtake. Is Ocon going to do what he did last time and attempt to get past our Aerosmith? He's too far back this time. And he does not have the advantage of the blue flags. So he has to yield to Aerosmith, who does move into 17th place and cements that 17th place. Ocon is eventually going to have his pit stop and drop down to probably last place or fighting for 21st, which is unfortunate. Alonso finally takes his pit stop. which is going to drop him down the order a little smidgen. And if both Ferraris have now pitted. So at the moment, the only ones who have not pitted are Lando Norris, Tsunoda, who is in 7th place, and Esteban Ocon. So they, I think, are really going for the one-stop strat, which makes me a little bit nervous because we are definitely doing a 2-stop strat. I think these guys on softs are definitely going to be pulling a 2-stop strat as well. But yeah, they might very well be in a different, you know, race position to us come the end of it. Oh, blue flags there for Esteban Ocon. Really unfortunate placing. That has allowed Magnussen to catch right up to the back of Ocon. But yeah, now we have to see if Aerosmith is going to be able to catch up to Logan Sargent. Taking stock of this race as we are about to approach the 2/3 mark. Lando Norris, having not pitted once, is in the lead of this race for Team McLaren. Max Verstappen is in 2nd place, 1 second off the pace. 9 seconds off of the pace of Verstappen is Charles Leclerc, with Sainz 11 seconds behind. Perez is in 5th, along with Oscar Piastri, Russell, Hamilton, Alonso, Tsunoda, Hülkenberg, Stroll, Juan Manuel Carrera, Bottas, Ricciardo, Sargent, Aerosmith, Magnussen, Ocon, Zhao, and Gasly is the race order, with no one having any particular fight with one another. Although I say that, Verstappen is now rapidly catching up to Lando Norris with his newer, fresher tyres. Let's see what happens when they get into the tunnel. Is Verstappen going to make a move? And more importantly, is he going to come out victorious? Safety car, safety car. Aerosmith. Aerosmith's crashed. And it's terminal damage. No! What happened? Turn number 1 with the DRS. We locked up. We locked up and into the barrier.
And just like that, the hopes of the team start to dwindle.
Well, shit. Okay, Aerosmith's turn. That is annoying. That is really annoying.
VSC.
Now we're watching the action closely here.
We'll get the double replay of our shame.
And ends up making contact with the barrier. And they'll have to pick themselves up after that.
That's rough. That's really rough. That dude was asleep. He was asleep. And he just nods back off asleep. Okay, virtual safety car. I don't think there is any point in picking under virtual safety car. I think we use this opportunity to conserve our tires, conserve fuel, and recharge our shit. We are just going to skip through this. It's not very much is going to happen. Okay, Aerosmith's car has been recovered.
Understood.
DRS enabled. You can reduce liftoff.
Okay, let's go for it. Let's go for it, Ricardo.
And reminder, overtake available.
Okay, so deploy. Let's get some life back into these tires. Let's see if we can't hunt anyone down. So Ricardo is in 15th place, with Sargent hunting us down behind, and Bottas is 5 seconds in front of us. We really need to try and push out this gap from Valtteri Bottas.
And in front of you is Bottas.
And see where this takes us.
Directly behind you is Sargent.
Okay, so we are on lap 43, and we have been lapped once. So Our goal is when we get to -1. So when we get to -1.5 of fuel use, that is when we are going to stop with our hard push on the engine and take it from there. Sargent is really going to be fighting us. This is going to be really, really tough for us. Bottas has picked up a hard mechanical fault. That's interesting. That is really interesting. So that sounds like an ERS issue. It sounds like his ERS is giving up the ghost, which is really unfortunate. The worst part of this crash for Aerosmith is we put a lot of brand new infrastructure into Aerosmith's car, which is not good. So if it is very heavily damaged, then that is not good. Hulkenberg ran wide in turn 16. Seems to be a running theme of this race. Ocon still has not pitted. It's crazy. He's really going for this one-stop strat. Really going for this one-stop strat. This is crazy.
Battery is on the low side.
Yep. Oh god. Logan Sargent. He's going for it. He's going for it. The good news is that Logan Sargent is eating tire like nobody's business right now. But yeah. Yeah, if we keep him behind, then we keep Sargent burning his tires, which gives us an advantage. I think the only thing that might prove a bit screwy with us is blue flags. Perez is very slowly hunting us down. So yeah, we'll just have to see how this fight goes. So at the moment, we have lost the possibility of getting our £1 million big spicy bonus. God, Sargent is so close. But yeah, look how much he is burning his tires. So he had like 3 or 4% advantage on tire use before the virtual safety car, and he's now got 2% less than this. We are forcing him to absolutely burn his tires trying to get past, which is great news. Good. Another fault has developed for someone. Bottas. Okay, his mechanical faults are worsening.
I lost the gears 6.
Okay. Let's keep on neutral use. And see how we go. We need to try and charge that battery a bit if we can. Sargent has dropped off. He might have just been within DRS range. Let's see if he is. The DRS does not open. It does not open. Ricardo has broken the DRS pull to Logan Sargent, which is pretty huge.
Okay, maximum focus on cooling down those rear tires.
I'm trying to work out.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm trying to work out in my head. If we change this to soft, so 34:55 is. Fuck, that's so loud. 34:55 is our current race time. Yeah, okay, I don't see this being better. No, so definitely having the mediums is definitely better. Okay. Because I think... So we're going to be 1 lap down, this we know. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, let's cancel this one. Fine. We're going to be sticking to the mediums. Okay, let's go. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Trying to plan strategies in my head.
Update on tires, please.
Still has some drag.
Okay, we have pretty consistently broken this toe from Sargent, and Sargent is now losing out in the straights because of that one. Oh no, okay. Oh, that is unfortunate. The blue flag screwed Ricardo over, and Sargent is within a second already. Ugh. That's rough. Oh, it's all to do again for Ricardo. Yeah, all to do again for Ricardo. So how are we doing for lappage? We're still a lap down. Verstappen is here in first place, and Ocon. Okay, so Ocon is about to go 2 laps down, which is interesting. So we predicted it was going to happen around about lap 50, and that is right. Probably going to be lap 58 for Ricardo.
Okay.
We are now in our pit window for Ricardo. Yeah. I think we're going to keep him out like this and let Logan Sargent keep burning tires.
We have Sargent behind you now on hards.
Yeah, he is gaining. Sargent's not on hards, it's on mediums. Yeah, but look at that, he's burned nearly 10% of his tire. Ah, I mean, I know that the harder is more durable, but yeah, he's burning through this tire rate very quick. Because even for the hards, we're still burning through our tire rate pretty quick on account of our aggressive tire use strategy. Hülkenberg is in pit for what I think is his second stop. I think. And Carrera is about to come into the pit. Sargent will not be far behind. So yeah, most cars, it seems, are really going for this 2-stop strategy.
Next car is Max. Keep the head down, we can get him back.
Wait, whoever took us? What? Oh, Sargent. Oh Lord, he coming! Oh Lord, he coming! Ricardo is gaining on Bottas though. That was a 2-second gap, now down to 1.1 second. His mechanical issues are really, really hurting him. We've been given blue flags apparently. Oh, because Oscar Piastri is coming behind. And Ricciardo is now within a second of Bottas. Unfortunately, Piastri... Is it Piastri? Yeah, it is Piastri. Piastri has the potential to really fuck up this. But we have the DRS anyway, so we can move out the way and use the DRS. And I think Sargent doesn't have DRS, so that still gives us a bit of an advantage.
Okay, keep it clean. Focus on the pace.
Bottas is going to move out the way, and that was a relatively clean pass. I don't think that Ricciardo's going to get too much time. Oh no, I lie. He is. Ricciardo's going to get right up behind Valtteri Bottas. Now 0.3 seconds behind. This is a real chance for Ricciardo to get position, because Bottas, I think, is going to have to pit before Ricciardo. So most of these cars, so I think Tsunoda in the RB is on a 1-stop, as is Alonso. But I think all of these cars are going to have to like pit again. So this is going to be quite interesting. Although Hülkenberg, who has done his second pit stop, is right on our tail. And hey, it's starting to look pretty cloudy. There is definitely no chance of rain, is there? Yeah, definitely no chance of rain. Okay, I'll take that one. I will take that one. Here we go. Carrera is in the pits. God, if we get like a safety car now, we're like so close to the points. Okay, all right. This is getting messy with the DRS. Okay, we're gonna ignore this.
Let's try to clear him as quick as we can.
Okay, let's start burning tire.
No concern on tire wear.
So yeah, let's just burn. And when we get to 35%, we are going to bail into the pit. For a set of mediums. So let's burn the rubber that we've got. Sargent has really dropped off the pace. So let's use that's fine. They can overheat if they want. Let's see if we can't get past Bottas. We're going on the outside. Can we do it? Oh god, okay, apparently we can. That was a ballsy DRS move into turn number 1 from Daniel Ricciardo.
You're doing a very good job.
Huge.
Stroll in front of you.
Huge. We're not going to catch up to Stroll. But yeah. Hopefully this fight lasts a while between Bottas and Hülkenberg and gives us a little bit of a gap. Hülkenberg is going to be miles in front of us when we pit, but we want this entire 13 to 16 train to be delayed because Carrera, we are going to be fighting for position. So if we can delay him, then this is going to be massive. And already Bottas is well dropped off the pace, and Hülkenberg cannot seem to find a way by. So this is huge for us. This is all massive for us. Okay, we're up to lap 50 and we're at 1.5. So we're gonna have to come off of this.
Sorry, we need a bit more lift off where you can.
Okay.
And there we go. Sargent is now in the pits. I think we've still got another couple of laps in us. So we are definitely going to come out of this pit window. So Sargent is in the pits, and Hülkenberg has now found his way past Bottas. So that now frees Hülkenberg and Carrera. So let's just see what damage we can do to Hülkenberg's race, I guess. Hulkenberg, I imagine, is actually probably going to get past us in very, very quick order. And I think looking at strategy, yeah, okay. I think we're going to come in next lap regardless. Yeah, here it is. So we are still technically within pit window. Let's get this new set of mediums on. And pit.
Box, box.
Okay, box confirmed.
And Hulkenberg is going to get past on that fresher, harder Robert. Oh, okay. Or he's just not. Or he is just not. Magnussen is in for his pit stop. And yeah, okay. So the final round of pit stops are basically about to begin. Our objective is to finish 18th place. We are expected to come out 17th, but anything we get on top of that is going to be hot and spicy.
Now down to the pits.
Gravy.
There's been a hold up.
Magnussen has a pit stop issue. This is huge for us because this is going to... Oh, right side. Okay. Typical. Ah, nice, Magnussen. So because of that delayed pit stop for Magnussen, that is going to potentially put him within, touching distance for us. So yeah, that should be pretty interesting. We still have somehow managed to keep Hulkenberg behind us, but he is going to be released now that we come into the pit lane. So let us see how we do with the pit stop. So we are in 12th, 13th-ish place. 22 seconds for a pit stop. So hopefully we come out in front of Zhao. In fact, we'll definitely come out in front of Zhao, but maybe Sargent. It's another slow pit stop. It's another fairly slow pit stop for us. But not the worst pit stop. Not the worst. So we are out in 15th. Here comes Sargent. And he gets past as we climb out.
16. Ahead of us is
Sargent. Okay, let's go to strategy view.
15 seconds.
So 1. Yeah, okay. Let's just absolutely gun it. So, we're going to try and catch up with Logan Sargent, who is now right in front of us. We have successfully caught right up to him. We do have some cars behind us. They are the leaders. So we are about to get lapped twice. Now, so we get to move to our twice table. So we are aiming for minus 2.0 for the race finish. Okay, very good, very good, very good. So these blue flags are actually probably going to stop us from having this overtaking opportunity here. But we do pass Bottas to get up into 15th place. Remember, Kick, Alpine and Williams are our constructor competitors. With Haas, I think, having like 1 point, so they are above them. We are right on the tail of Logan Sargent. We are 2 laps down, so let's give it some welly.
We can cancel liftoff.
Okay.
So yeah, we are aiming for 2.4. Oh, let's just say 2.2. Okay, let's just say 2.2 is what we are aiming for. We have done all of the pit stops, so this is for position. Stroll is going to have to pit again, but I think he is probably going to come out 13th. So he isn't really going to be a factor. It's the best I think we can get, unless there's a crash, is going to be Sargent's 14th place. He does have softer tires, so he will wear them more than us. But yeah, we will just have to see how we go. Let's use the DRS. Unfortunately, Sargent has the DRS to the I was gonna say back marker, but he is the back marker to the lapping car in front. So that's giving him a bit of an advantage. Oh, Ricardo was going for it. Who's this? It's going really slow.
Honestly, I don't think we can do much more.
Is that a Red Bull? Is it Perez?
No problem.
No, Verstappen, no. Oh, it is Verstappen. Verstappen's going so slow. He's got pretty wounded rubber on his car. That's not great. Verstappen is probably not going to win this race, to be honest. So, with now 20 laps to go, let's take stock of this race. We have Leclerc in the lead from Max Verstappen, who is going to have to pit again. Leclerc is on a one-stop strategy, Verstappen is on a two-stop strategy. Norris is in third place, 5 seconds off of Verstappen's pace. Sainz is in fourth, followed by Perez, Piastri, Russell, Hamilton. Hamilton is once again fighting off Alonso, although the order is reversed this time, but this is a pretty heated battle on the go. Tsunoda is 10 seconds off of Alonso in 10th place, with Stroll behind in 11th, Hulkenberg, Carrera, Sargent, Ricardo right behind him, Bottas 9 seconds off of the pace, Zhao 12 seconds off their pace. It's an Alpine 18-19, and then Magnussen. Ironically, the best battle on circuit right now is a three-way battle for 18th place between Gasly, Ocon, and Magnussen. That is a pretty tasty battle. Yeah, Verstappen on wounded rubber is an interesting combination. Here they go. Overtake failed. Oh, that's going to be hurting Ricardo's confidence. But thankfully, he's got a very high baseline confidence. So let's see what we can do. So gap 0.4 seconds. We are in the DRS zone. We have the DRS. Can we get past? If we can get past on Sargent's soft tires, this is going to be huge. This is going to be huge. It's a very powerful run out of this last corner for Logan Sargent. And yeah, we can't do anything even with the DRS. Although I say that, we are coming up to Daniel Ricciardo's favourite overtaking place, but we are not close enough to do anything with it. We got very close at 0.18. But we are about to get some hot, spicy blue flags. Come on, Ricciardo, use your accelerator. Use your accelerator. Come on. So hopefully this McLaren gets blue flagged past Sargent in an inopportune pace, which allows Ricciardo to close up, and that has kind of happened. Ricciardo is right on the pace. 0.17 seconds now coming into this final complex here at Monaco. Oh, can we do it? Can we do it? It is going to be even Stevens coming into the DRS zone. We are now 0.2 seconds, whereas last lap we were 0.4 seconds. So can Ricciardo get the run with the DRS to get past? This will be the thing to check. Have we just lapped someone? Who the hell is that? Okay, we've got the DRS. Can we do anything? No, Ricciardo thought about it, but not quite. Instead, we keep this 0.2 second gap. And we come into the Hibble overtaking.
Keep looking after your tires. Keep looking after your tires. You did a very good job.
Okay, let's just cool off these tires. Let's just cool off these tires and recharge our ERS. If we can keep behind Sargent doing this is going to put us in a good position for the end of the race, but we don't want to destroy these tires. We want to keep some good life in them best that we can.
Just head down.
Okay, so we're starting to get a bit marginal on fuel use. We are recovering our ERS best we can, and we are going to try and cool off these tires over a few laps. We are losing Sargent a little bit, but not massively. Who is this? This is an RB. Is it Sonoda? Oh, it is Sonoda. Okay. Yeah, so he's coming to lap us. So yeah. Yeah, okay. So he is... Oh my god. The lapping situation is wild. Jesus Christ. 10th place is about to lap 15th place.
We keep an eye on the tire temperatures. We will keep an eye on tire temperatures.
Roger.
Roger. Okay, we're out of DRS zone, but that's okay. I want to try and we need to conserve resources a little bit, because we do really need to keep resources in the bank for when Bottas brings a fight cast. Bottas has got newer tires and softer tires. Yeah, what is Zhao doing? He's got... Is he honestly trying to one-stop this? There's no way. There is no way he can... There's no way that either of these two cars can manage this as a one-stop. Like, 26%. Those tires are in crisis. Okay, well, we don't have to worry about dropping down into 17th or 18th, because these cars, I don't think their tires are going to last. These guys are probably going to end up with punctures. Jesus Christ. God, that's a crazy strat. I can't picture this in my head about what's going on. I feel Hamilton might have to stop as well. So 15 laps to go. So even if they do conservative, so I tend to try and think of it in my head as each of the pits is what percentage per lap of tire wear you are putting in the tires. So with 15 laps to go, even on full conserve, that's 1% a lap. So he's going to be at, Zhao's going to be at 10% tire life. Gasly's going to be at 15%. Hamilton's going to be at 15%. I don't know that I see this happening for any of them. Yeah, I don't know if I see this happening for them. Now Hamilton is so far ahead that we're not going to be able to make anything of this. But yeah, this is definitely an inspired choice for sure. To be sure. We're keeping building resources. We are 2 laps down, as you can see here. So I don't think we are going to bother pushing. So 1.1 kilograms per lap, so minus 2.1 will be enough to see us to the end of the race. So I'm not concerned about that. We're going to keep saving ERS for just now. And yeah, we're going to continue cooling off these tires best we can. And yeah, this is the fight of the scuffed tires down here. So Zhao's got nothing left in tires. Ocon is going for the overtake. Yeah, and then Gasly's also got absolutely scuffed tires. This is wild.
Head back down, we stay in the
This
rhythm.
is wild. Now, interestingly, I didn't notice this, but Lance Stroll has also got completely fucked tires. So if he gets a puncture or has to pit, remember, so when you hit 30%, your tires start falling off of the cliff. So we are going to see Juan Manuel Carrera really start catching up on Lance Stroll, and that is going to see Sargent catching up as well. if Stroll pits here, losing 22 seconds, this is 22 seconds. So this is going to put us in fighting distance of Ricciardo with only a few seconds to go. So the longer Stroll stays out, look at that, in the time that we've been talking about it, Juan Manuel Carrera has already gained,
That's okay.
has gained a full 2 seconds on Lance Stroll. This is crazy. This is crazy. We could potentially get up to 14th place before the end of this race. Hamilton is in the pits for a set of softs. Back is 41 degrees. Jesus Christ, it is hot in the Mediterranean. Jings, Crivens, and help my Bob. And Zhao has a puncture. It happened. So we've hit the cliff, and Zhao gets a puncture. Thankfully, not too far from the pit lane, but you can see Zhao is suffering from the forbidden, the forbidden sparkage. Oh, is he gonna be able to make it back to the pits? He is. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Stroll, I think, is probably either going to get a puncture or is going to have to bail into the pits. Let's see what it is. The longer, if he stays out, and he is staying out. This is ridiculous. So the longer he stays out, the more this puts Ricciardo into the game. So this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. This is like taking candy from a baby, I think. I might get proven wrong, or alternatively watch Ricciardo just absolutely fuck it into a wall. But we don't have to fight Sargent. We just have to wait for Stroll to get a puncture, and we get a free position. I don't see any possible way that those medium tires hang on to the end of this race. I just don't. Those soft tires definitely will. Our medium tires will. Those softs definitely will. Yeah, this is ridiculous. God, this could have been such a good race if Aerosmith hadn't crashed. It was her turn, right enough. But nevertheless. Ah, beans. So let's watch for it. Let's watch for Lance Stroll hitting the pity lane. So yeah, Carrera has already gotten ahead.
Look at your dash on the line for the fuel, please. Look at your
Yeah,
dash on the line.
that's okay. That's okay.
Yep.
And Stroll is still staying out, and he is using his tires at 2% per lap. So with 10 laps to go, that is 20%, which is -2. So there's no way he finishes this race. This is a guaranteed free position for us. So yeah, if we can overtake Sargent, this is going to be stupendous. This is
So
going
we
to be
just have to,
absolutely stupendous
down.
for us. It's exciting. I like this. I like this. I like this. I like this. Okay, let's do a tire wear calculation. So 78, 77, 76. Hey, Draco, how are you doing? How was your birthday party, buddy? I know you. I don't know if you ended up doing anything for it. I know you didn't send me what the details were, but I hope you had a really good birthday party. Okay, I got 10 laps to go. Okay, so we're going to start exploring some tire management. So as we come over the line, we have 63% tire wear in the bank. You strive? Wait, what? What? I don't know. I understand. I'm being dumb, Draco. I'm being dumb. I fail to understand. Fail to understand. Okay, we have 10 laps to go. Leclerc is absolutely cemented the lead of this race. At the moment, unless there is major dramas, P1 and P2 I think is set in stone. Sainz is in 3rd place with his old set of hard tyres, being hunted down by Max Verstappen with his newer mediums. Max does have the fastest lap of the race, and he is gunning for that final podium spot. Perez is going to cement 5th, I reckon, with Piastri in 6th, Russell in 7th, Alonso in 8th, Tsunoda in 9th, Hamilton is in 10th, Hulkenberg in 11th, Carrera 12th, Stroll with his... I am frankly alarmed that he is still continuing with these tires as they are. Look at that! Look at... Oh no, he's punctured! He's just got a puncture! He's literally just got a puncture. This is going to allow Ricciardo to get past. And there we go. It's a free place. It's free real estate. It is free real estate. Also, we have just gone past the line. So we're going to conservatively call it... We're going to call this 3% per lap. So 33, 36, 39... 42, 45, 48, 51, and 54. Okay, so we can push our tires. We are on lap 71. So I think we can, I think we push, okay? I think we start this maneuver now. So let's go aggressive with full deploy, and we are going to try and catch up to Sargent. We're going to do this early, because we need time to close down this gap, okay? So yeah, that is really unfortunate for Stroll. Stroll is very slowly navigating his way into yieldy lane of the pit variety. I was going to try and get a good puncture pick, but I have never been able to yet. So Stroll is gone. Bottas is 5 seconds behind us, and we are only 2 seconds behind Logan Sargent. So we are absolutely gunning for Sargent. Your motto is to hold on to many things to the shard. Alright, okay. Fair enough, Draco. Fair enough. No further questions. So, we're going to score out our column. So I do, as I've said before, I do a lot of note-taking for these races. As you can see, Aerosmith is crossed out because she absolutely harked it. But we're on to lap 72. So our tyres can get down to 48%, and that'll be okay. So this gap is coming down. Let's go really aggressive. Okay. Let's go really aggressive. And try to catch up to Logan Sargent. Sargent has Zhao, who he is lapped. God, that's a scary thought. We're lapping people. We are lapping people. This is crazy. So the gap has now come down from 2.2 to 1.2.
Yeah, there's a bit in it, but to be honest, when I push, I can feel it start to wear.
Yeah, okay. Let's keep pushing. Sargent's got softer tires, so they are faster tires, but they do wear more than us. And look at that. We are almost 3 seconds faster than Logan Sargent at the minute. This is crazy. Just to double check on the lapping situation. Yeah, we are still 2 laps down. And we are now within 1 second. Hopefully we can close up into the DRS zone. Come on, Ricciardo. Come on, Ricciardo. Okay, it's going to be really hit and miss to see if we got that DRS. And we do! Perfect. This is going to allow us to close up on Zhao, which is pretty good. So the leaders are on lap 73, so we can get down to 45%. And be okay. So basically, as long as we don't As long as we don't beat Sergeant with tire wear, I imagine that we are going to be okay. Imagine Logan Sargent gets a puncture. That would be quite interesting about now. Anyone else likely to get a puncture? I don't think they are. Sainz is on the harder tire, so yeah, I don't see a world where that happens. 5 laps to go. Oh. So this number is slightly skewed because of the back marker of Zhao, who we just can't seem to close up on for some reason. Zhao, I suppose, does have much newer tires and is doing about the same lap time as us. So if he keeps ignoring blue flags like this, he might get himself in trouble though. He's trying to slow down, but yeah, okay, here we go. So now the fight is on. Now the fight is on between Logan Sargent and Daniel Ricciardo for 13th place. This is a huge fight for us. Leaders are on lap 74. So we can bring our tires down to 42% and we'll be okay. And we are right on the tail. We are right on the tail of Logan Sargent. This is massive. This is absolutely massive. Let's see if we can do this. Oh, please. I hope we can do this. Not 0.4 seconds, so we're still well within DRS range. There is almost an overlap there. Almost an overlap. It is getting dicey between these two. I can see this happening. I can see us getting 13th place. This would be huge for us as a team in the competitor, in the Constructors' Championship, because this might allow us to move above Williams. I think both Alpine and Sauber are already behind us, so that is okay. But yeah, I think Williams are in front of us, so this win may potentially allow us to move up into 18th place, which would be phenomenal.
6 more laps.
Okay.
Leaders are on lap 75, so we can get down to 39%. We are we are munching tires like nobody's business.
No concern on tire wear.
Come on, Ricardo, let's keep throwing it at the wall. Okay, I think we need to peel back to aggressive.
Okay, maximum focus on cooling down those rear tires.
Okay, understood.
Who's this? Is this Verstappen? No, this is Perez. Okay, let's stick on aggressive and work on just slowly cooling down these tires. We need to try and get past, but that gap is opening up. We're using all of the ERS that we've got. It's going to come down to pure skill from Ricardo, I reckon. I reckon. Oh, even with the DRS, yeah, we're starting to come back. Sargent might have this in the back. Might have this in the gap.
Yep, understood.
Oh, hello. Oh, like somebody had a puncture in front of us.
Tires are too hot now.
Yeah, we're trying to kill them. We're trying to kill them.
Okay, head down. We keep focusing.
So 3 to go. We can get down to 36%. So Sargent, yeah, we can still get to where Sargent needs to be. We're right on the tail of Sargent. This is. We've got the toe. We've got right up to the back of Logan Sargent. This is going to be exciting to see if we can get past. Oh god, we're on lap 77 now. We're gonna have the DRS, but we are not going to have ERS. This is going to be the main thing here. Sargent, I think, is managing his ERS well.
4 more laps.
Understood.
Oh, but we've got a good run coming into Ricciardo's favorite overtaking place. Are we close enough? We are not. We are not. Oh god, this is gonna be tense. We are gonna be blue flagged for this car of Perez. We're gonna let him past. We need to accelerate. Oh god, okay, that came at a really unfortunate place. And the leaders are now on to their final lap. So we're gonna absolutely fucking Hail Mary it. Hail Mary, full of yeet, hallowed be my tires. Let's go. So hopefully this overtake from Perez happens at an inopportune time, but while they are back, let's take stock of this race on the final lap. Charles Leclerc is in the lead of this race. 9 seconds to the good from Lando Norris in second place. We do have yellow flags.
2 cars out, a lot of debris.
We've had a crash. Oh, what happened?
Okay, we have possible debris reported in turn 4.
What happened? So on the final lap of this race, we have Esteban Ocon. Oh, side-to-side contact. Ah, that's rough. Poor Esteban. Poor Esteban, he has had one of them there bad times. Okay, fine. So, Perez is in 5th place. Piastri in 6th, Russell in 7th, Alonso, Hamilton. It's going to be a race to the line for them too for 8th place. Tsunoda in 10th place, Hulkenberg in 11, Carrera, Sargent, and Ricciardo. Oh, come on, my boy. Come on, my boy. This is the last possible chance. So Leclerc comes across the line to win the race. We are going to just focus on Ricciardo because this is going to be it. This is going to be it. It is going to be a final lap dash. Hamilton on the last lap of the race is going to take fastest lap and the fastest lap point from Max Verstappen. That is huge for Hamilton. Absolutely huge for Hamilton. Okay. So we've managed to fuel well. Oh, it's going to be so fucking close. It is going to be so fucking close. We are going to have the DRS. We are not going to have the ERS. This is... Oh, come on. Oh, and unfortunately, there's going to be nothing we can do to take 13th place from Logan Sargent. Ricciardo finishes in 14th with Zhao in 15th. And Bottas is going to come across the line in 15th place. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a slightly more exciting Monaco Grand Prix than the real-life Monaco Grand Prix. I hope you can agree with that. We've seen incidents, last lap crashes, we've seen punctures.
Sometimes I think you just have to accept that
There we
it's
go.
not going to be your race.
They'll be very
Aerosmith.
disappointed to have had their race end early. No driver wants that to happen, but now they just have to look forward.
And the Monegasque driver certainly proved
There we
his
go.
worth with a terrific drive today.
Charles Leclerc. And
What
Verstappen
an
did
excellent
take
way
3rd
to take
place.
the second win of the season.
Nice.
With a composed performance today.
Huge. Lando's got his floofy hair.
Always a special occasion here in the incomparable Monte Carlo. They'll be pushing the boat out here tonight, no doubt.
Ah, look at them all. That'll be us one day. That will be us.
Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
It was a strangely mixed weekend for them. We saw one driver put in a strong performance, but it was a different story for the other. Definitely positives there, though.
It's supposed to be fucking crashed, isn't it?
And thank you everyone for joining us this weekend here in Monaco.
For the next round, the teams are traveling to the
I'd love to go to
Circuit
Monaco
Villeneuve
one day.
for the Canadian Grand Prix in Montreal.
We're going to the Canadian Grand Prix. God dang. Alright, so this is the result of that race. Charles Leclerc gained 1 place to finish 1st. Lando Norris gained 2 to finish 2nd. And Verstappen dropped 2 for 3rd place. Lewis Hamilton gains a point for the fastest lap with a 1:11.1. And as we scroll down. Daniel Ricciardo gains 8 places to finish 14th, which is massive. And Raven Arrowsmith sadly crashed out of this race, going from 18th to 21st, with Alexander Albon at technical retirement. So, in terms of the Drivers' World Championship, there is no change at the top. Although Charles Leclerc does eat into Max Verstappen's lead ever so slightly. However, Verstappen does have like fucking 50 points in the bag. So, you know, yeah, that's kind of fine. At the potato end of the grid, Juan Manuel Carrera, with his good finish, has gained 2 places in the Drivers' World Championship, pushing Daniel Ricciardo down to 16th and Valtteri down to 17th. So yeah, in the battle for best potato, this is kind of where we are working. In terms of the Constructors' World Championship, Ferrari, the big news is Ferrari has overtaken Red Bull to take lead of the Constructors' World Championship by 5 points. Williams sadly does retain its 8th place. And at the potato end of the grid, so does Hibble F1, Sauber, and Alpine. I think had we got past the Williams, we would have, you know, we probably would have overtaken. In terms of the fastest pit stop championship, we just missed out. We just missed out. So our fastest was 2.56, and the slowest on the grid was a 2.51, so we miss out on that championship. That is unfortunate. Arrowsmith crashed, technically being classified in 21st position, so we do not get our contractual bonus. Ricciardo took 14th position, giving us $500,000 of Holla Dollar Bill.
Could go easy on the team kills.
This spark.
Just saying.
Oh my god.
Are you fucking serious?
Where the fuck did they get picked?
What's happening?
What the fuck? You fucking bitch!
Oh, here he is. Ka-chow!
Get your dilly vegetables.
Strawberry isn't a vegetable, you fucking mortal!
Let's go! Come on! Yeah! Oh!
But I'm looking down to plant the bomb.
Yeah, but he could. Okay, just because you can't see it. Oh! You can say if you want to, you can fuck a hooker. Are we ready for the flesh?
Are you ready for Tony Hawk's pro flesh tunnel?
Throttle down, throttle up.
You're a wanker. Okay, I'm
Oh! Fuck!
What does the army say?
fuck.
Fuck.
Fuck!
fuck.
Oh yeah.
I literally can't move.
I'm spawned in the barrel of water.
You're really fast, and I am very good with ropes. That came out badly. Shut up.
We waited all this fucking time for you to download the game, and you fucking get yourself banned!
Doesn't hit as hard as life does.
Jesus Christ, that was deep. Who hurt you? Shit.
Say the word exterminate.
Just up, down, there, right behind you, up the stairs. There we go.
No, that's my character! Oh, I got it. Ah! Fuck! Fudge! Oh lord, he's right there! What? Stop the zombie apocalypse, I want to talk about battle steamers! What are you doing, aircraft? Fuck, I'm dead. Not good. Not good. Not good.
Why is it a planter in the fucking hallway?
Well, because that's what I'm gonna do with my fucking plants, innit? Come cannon! Fucking die!
Somebody talks more like this. No, wait, that's not right. Choicy toity woities. That's.
There's a cougar! Oh lord! Oh yes! I shuriken the lights out of that!
Why have I been sent to prison?
Oh, holy fuck! That motherfucker just sank the bus. Do you have any idea how many broken bones you have?
I'm a jellyfish.
Fuck! Fuck! Fucking dumbass.
God damn it.
Absolute fucking.
Why did that not go through?
Cause you suck. What the moon doing? Bitch, I can't be outnumbered. I don't know how to count.
That's a fucking threat.
Okay. Then beat them the balloon. I thought you were gonna hit us up with the Roger Roger in that voice.
Roger, Roger.
Speed sign. You... Fucking hard mode.
Ah, you bitch!
Okay, that's no bueno. This is no bueno. This is very no bueno. Alright, let's just abandon.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Oh! Can we handbrake this with all the people inside? Oh, fuck yeah, we can. Fuck yeah.